Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of For the Health of It, our segment on health and wellness dedicated to getting important information out to you and to our community. Today, we have a very important subject today that I'm excited to talk about and to share just to raise our awareness. And that is October is Dwarfism Awareness Month. And so we want to have a conversation right now just to raise awareness on dwarfism, specifically known as achondroplasia. Today, our guest that is with us is Mrs. Janet Baddol. Sister Janet is a proud member of Metropolitan SDA, faithful member, her and her daughter and her family, and we're so happy to have her. But Janet is going to share her experiences with achondroplasia, and we know that it's going to bless a lot of you that are listening and that are tuning into this session. So Janet, welcome. It's good to have you here with us today.
Thank you, Dr. Kinlock.
All right. First of all, Janet, can you just talk to us and please explain for all of our viewers, what is achondroplasia?
Sure, thank you. Achondroplasia is a generic bone disorder which affects 1 in every 20,000 babies. It is the most common form of dwarfism in which the legs and the arms are short, the head is usually bigger, and the torso is of normal size. Mutation in the gene, the FGFR3 gene, which carries protein to the development of the bone and the brain tissue. With that mutation, you end up with achondroplasia.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Janet, you're very well informed on this. So talk to the community now on why you have such a knowledge of achondroplasia.
Sure. I didn't know about achondroplasia until about 7 years ago. This diagnosis is usually done prior to the birth of a child. However, when my daughter was 4 months old, we noticed that her hand seemed a little shorter. We brought this to the attention of her pediatrician, who also had concerns that she was not meeting her milestones. X-rays were ordered, and they did confirm that her extremities were short. After that, a genetic blood test was requested, and that confirmed the suspicion of achondroplasia.
Mm-hmm.
After that confirmation, that's when I started to learn a lot about this diagnosis.
Mm-hmm. Okay. For those of you who know Gabby, that's Janet's daughter in our Metropolitan family community. She is a bright and a beautiful child and young lady, just excited, vivacious. And I think it's just a tribute to her mom and her family that have created just this very loving and supportive environment around her. But Janet, can you talk to us then just about the challenges? What are some of the challenges associated with achondroplasia?
Sure, there are many challenges for children with achondroplasia. Raising from medical
Mm-hmm.
to emotional and even social challenges.
Yeah.
For medical, a lot of these children have different diagnoses or issues that go along with achondroplasia, to include back and leg pain because their legs are shorter and there's a lot that's placed on the back, breathing problems, obstructive sleep apnea,
Mm-hmm.
curved spine, gibbous in the back, which is a bulging in the back, bowed legs, and sometimes excessive water on the brain.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Janet, talk to us just about how can people support families that are impacted by achondroplasia?
Yeah, that's a very good question. The first thing is, I will say very quickly, not to stare.
Mm-hmm.
These children are already dealing with the fact that their peers are taller than they are.
Right.
So my recommendation, if you want to know, ask question. As a parent, I am always open and willing to answer questions.
Mm-hmm.
Also, these children sometimes might not be able to reach places that are high they might need just a little assistance, and you can ask, can I help you? Do you
Mm-hmm.
need any assistance?
Yeah.
And also learning the proper terminology for children with achondroplasia dwarfism, which is little people.
Mm-hmm.
The word that most of us grew up knowing, starting with M, is actually a derogatory word and is
Mm-hmm.
not used in the dwarfism community.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very, very, very good, helpful pointers, Janet. Thanks for sharing that. And for families, Janet, that are perhaps new to this and may be impacted by achondroplasia, just recent diagnosis, is there anything that you can share for them that might be helpful?
Sure. The one thing is to realize that your child, no matter the diagnosis, is still a person within
Mm-hmm.
themselves.
Right.
For us, we hold our daughter to the same standards as we would any children with average size.
Mm-hmm.
It's important to dream big. Achondroplasia does not affect the brain. So have them dream big, keep them within their community, do not isolate them, and
Mm-hmm.
let them develop the level of confidence they need to survive.
Yes, yes. Awesome, awesome, powerful pointers and just advice. Thank you so much, Janet. I feel that this has really been helpful for me, but I'm sure for so many others as well that maybe had questions or didn't even know. But again, this is Dwarfism Awareness Month. And so we want to take the time just to really kind of elevate this conversation, this subject, just so that we can be aware how to support all of our families. So we want to thank you, Janet. Thank you so very much just for being open, for being sharing your story and giving us just this needed information that I think will bless many in our community. And I want to thank those of you who have joined us tonight. Thank you for joining us for another edition of For the Health of It. I want to encourage you that if this blessed you, if this was informative, please like, please share, please subscribe, please push this out so that your friends, family, and others can receive it. But we thank you again for joining us for the Health of It, brought to you by our Metropolitan Health Ministries. And remember, above all things, that God wants you to prosper and to be in good health. God bless you. Until next time.